Famous Escapes. With the capture and execution of King Charles I by Cromwell, it seemed that the Stuarts would never reign in England again. But they never lost hope. The king's eldest son had been sent out of harm's way to France. Undeterred by his father's fate, he determined to make a bid for the throne. In the year 1650, at the age of 20, he landed in Scotland with a small force, was crowned as King Charles II by the Scots, and marched into England. He got as far as Worcester before he encountered Cromwell and his invincible Ironsides. Inspired by the courage of their king, the Royalists fought gallantly, but went down in overwhelming defeat. 2 days later, Charles found himself alone with Captain Careless, one of his officers. Together they made for a farm whose owner, Careless was sure, would be friendly.
This is the farm, Your Majesty. I'll knock.
Yes? What do you want? Oh, it's you, sir.
And this is a much more important person than I am.
Wait till I holds my lantern up. Is it?
Never mind who it is. It's someone the Roundheads are hunting for. They're on our tracks.
Well, sir, now where could I put ye?
How about the barn?
There's hay in the barn, sir. But it's the first place they plaguing Roundheads would look.
Never mind about that.
Well, sir, if you'll follow me, this way, sir. This is the place, sir. If you lie down on the hay, I'll see about some food.
Giles, here's the farm. You better rouse the farmer.
It's one of those Roundheads. I recognize his voice.
You'd better go and meet them, Will.
And you, sir?
It's much too late to run. And besides, we're both worn out. We'll hide in the hay.
Very well, sir. I'll go see that they're Roundheads.
Quickly, Your Majesty. Burrow in.
Yes. They're bound to look in the hay.
It's all we can do. We're properly hidden now.
I'm going to sneeze.
They'll be here in a minute.
I can't help it. The straw tickles my nose.
Here they come.
This is the barn, sir.
You've got a good heap of hay.
I uses it for feeding the beasts.
It's big enough to hide a half a dozen men.
I think we'd better pull it to pieces.
Oh, sir, if you do that, my wife will be that annoyed, she'll drag the life out of ye.
Are you sure you haven't seen anyone who looks like Charles Stuart?
No, sir.
Or any other of the malignants?
I haven't seen no one all day, sir.
I'll give the hay a few prods with my sword, Sergeant.
Very well.
Now, there's no one round this side. No, nor round this side either. Or if there is, he's as full of holes as a colander.
All right, then. We'll search your house now, farmer. They didn't stab Your Majesty, did they?
No. But they certainly would have, if I hadn't been lying sideways. And you?
A slight wound in the leg. But that's of no consequence.
I'll bandage it for you. I can't keep the sneeze back any longer.
Sneeze away, Your Majesty. They can't hear now.
Be you there, sirs?
Have they gone, Will?
No, sir. They'm in the house. They'm going to stay there all night.
We'd better be going then.
And has Your Majesty decided in which direction you wish to go?
The Roundheads know that I must take refuge in France.
Yes.
And they'll be expecting me to make for the ports on the east coast. The coast nearest to France.
So you're going to travel in the opposite direction, to the west coast?
No, that would be too obvious. I'll make for Dorset and take ship from the south.
You'll never get far riding on horses. They Roundheads will be watching for you.
We're not taking horses. We're going to walk. We'll have to rely on our luck, Will.
And I'd rely on the side road too, sir, if I was he.
Charles and Careless, after many adventures on the road, reached Dorset in the south of England and made their way to a little seaport called Lyme. On inquiry, they found that a seaman named Holbein was reputed to be something of a smuggler, and to his house they went.
This seems to be the place, Careless.
Yes.
You do the talking.
Yes? What do you want?
Good day, mistress. Is this Captain Holbein's house?
It is that.
We have business with him.
Step in, then. Oh, what are you waiting on the doorstep for? Dickon,
Yes, my dear.
these gentlemen have business with you.
Thank you.
I have to attend to baking, Dickon. See that you're not late for dinner.
Well, sirs, what can I do for you?
I hear that you undertake voyages to France, Captain.
I just returned from France.
Can you sail again today? We'll pay you well for our passages.
I can't do that, gentlemen. It will take me a week or more to collect a cargo.
What profit do you make on your cargoes?
A matter of 20 or 30 pounds.
We'll pay you 50 if you'll sail today and take us.
You wouldn't be royalists now taking refuge from the Roundheads.
What's it to you who we are?
The townspeople are fearful hot against royalists. They'd arrest me themselves if they suspected anything.
We'll make it 100 pounds, Captain.
The tide turns at midnight. If I was to collect my crew and provision the ship and slip out at midnight, none of the townsfolk would know I was going. More I couldn't do. No, not for the king himself. God bless him.
Spoken like a man, Captain.
Where will you gentlemen be in the meantime?
Us? Oh, we'll go back to our inn and lie low until it's time for us to sail tonight.
Good day. Are you the landlord of this inn?
Yes, sir.
I'm Sergeant Jeremiah Barnes. I've been sent by the Lord Protector to search for traces of the chief malignant who falsely calls himself king.
Indeed, sir. And what would the king, I mean Charles Stuart, be doing in this part of the country?
He might be taking ship for France. Have you seen any suspicious characters?
No, sir.
Have any travelers arrived here recently?
There's 2 young fellows arrived today.
2 young men, eh? What do they look like?
Oh, sir, they couldn't be royalists. They're that tattered and torn.
They might be disguised. Where are they?
Up yon stairs, the first door on the right. Both on 'em just comes in from a walk.
Your Majesty, quickly, behind the curtain. Come in.
Good day to you, friend.
Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Barnes of the Lord Protector's Cavalry.
What do you want?
I've been sent to this part of the country to question all persons suspected of being malignants. The landlord said there were 2 of you in here.
My friend is out.
The landlord said you were both in.
He's mistaken, then.
By your leave, friend, I'll look behind the curtain. Why are you hiding behind this curtain, my man? Come out. Why, it's the malignant himself.
Put your hands up, Sergeant. If you make a sound, I'll blow your brains out on the spot.
You are Charles Stuart?
I am. I've never seen you before, but I know your voice very well.
You know my voice?
I've been within a few feet of you. Do you remember prodding the hay with your sword?
What? Were you there?
It's only 9 o'clock, Your Majesty. What are we to do with this fellow?
We'd better tie him up.
And leave him here?
No, he might be found. We'll take him out of the inn with us. Come, Sergeant. Link arms with my friend. And remember that I will be walking 2 paces behind you. At the slightest sign of treachery, I'll shoot you like a dog. And don't forget to tell the landlord exactly what I direct.
Oh, you found the 2 young gentlemen, Sergeant?
Yes, they are not malignant. It seems that they're working for the Lord Protector, too.
And you're all going out for a walk together.
Yes, landlord. And don't be surprised if we're not back all night.
Hasn't there been any sign of Captain Holbein?
No, sir. He told us to be ready to sail at midnight, but there hasn't been a sign of him for the last 2 hours.
And it's after 12 now. We'd better go up to his house and find out what's happened, Carlos.
This is the house, Your Majesty.
And the door's open. If this fellow fails us, we're done for.
I'm afraid you're right.
I don't care. You shan't go.
I gave my word, wife.
I don't care if you gave 50 words. You shan't go.
It sounds as though the good captain is having a quarrel with his wife.
Yes. We better intervene, Careless. Good night to you, Captain. We've been waiting down at the ship for you.
So you're the villains that want to get my husband hanged.
Nothing of the kind, my good woman. We merely want
Don't
to...
you good woman me, young man.
I meant no offense. But we paid your husband £100.
I don't care what you've paid him. His neck is more precious to me than money. Oh, why it should be, I don't know.
Good wife, these gentlemen are depending on me.
Gentlemen, indeed. If it was the king himself, I wouldn't let my husband go.
There seems to be no help for it, Careless. Mistress, I am the king.
Oh.
I desire no man to serve me unless he is willing. And I think it only proper to warn you, Captain, that a Roundhead sergeant recognized me.
Where is he now?
We left him bound and gagged, in a place where there's no chance that he will be found until morning. Mistress, we are in your hands.
Would they cut off your head if you were caught?
Probably. But my head is no more precious to me than your husband's is, to himself and to you. I don't think we have much chance of escaping now. But we'll push on to the next seaport and...
Now, Dickon. Don't stand there gaping. That's no way to treat the king. Bow to him.
I have been deserted by most of my subjects, mistress. And if you and your husband are added to their number, why should I be surprised?
Is your ship ready to sail, Dickon?
Yes. If you've tied the sergeant up, Your Majesty, and my ship disappears like this without a cargo, they'll know where you've gone. They'll hang me for it.
Nonsense, Dickon. They'll never be able to prove anything. You just say you've gone on a smuggling trip and let them give you the lie till they're blue in the face.
They may make things very unpleasant for your husband.
Just let them try. I'll have a word to say to any man that touches my husband. Be off with you now, Dickon. Take His Majesty down to the ship. And may God bless you, sir. And may the king soon come back into his own again.
The king did reach France safely, and in after years did come into his own again, to be known in history as Charles II, the Merry Monarch. It was one of the most engaging traits of Charles II that he never forgot those who had stood by him in his time of adversity, and Mistress Holbein and her husband never regretted the time when they helped to save the king's life.